Welcome guys, and to our another little tutorial on Unity. Now, I was thinking about doing a networking, introducing to networking, but I also wanted to talk more about the 2D Unity networking both together. So I decided that this would be a great opportunity to introduce you to the Photon networking system. Now, this is across the network. And this is our little 2D guy we have, okay? Which is kind of choppy because of my computer, and it's not very powerful because I'm sitting here doing this at school. Okay, and there he goes. But you see how he walks and he animates and everything else, and well, I would say jump, but it might be my computer doing that. It could be just a bad demo. But the example of him walking around and stuff is solid. Oh, we'll discuss how this is achieved and how we can do this in a 2D space versus a 3D. Now, this is network, so you can play with this, and it's free, so you can try this, but it is called Pun Networking Solution. I mean, in bigness. I don't know why they started making it where it would fold up like that. It's kind of like not so redundant. Okay, well, apparently this computer doesn't like this too well, so try to close up some stuff. Are we still running in the demo in the background? Yes, it would help if I just closed that, probably. Okay, and what we are called is this right here. Photon Networking, and it's free, okay, to try out and everything else, and you get 20 people, and it comes with this demo that you see here, which is, just a demo, 2D physics. And there's tutorials explaining that you have to go into this little tab and run the Photon Wizard. Now, it won't show up like this and everything else, but it'll come up with a window. You put your email in here and sign up for a new thing, and it gives you a key, which you can push in. I've already did it so that I can display this, but it would be very easy. Now, when it comes to 2D versus 3D, we don't have a 3D model. So what we have to do is, if I can embiggen this, yep, is these huge atlases of a bunch of little images. Think of like a movie in a single frame. That's how the 2D stuff works. And it'll flip and flop. Yeah, and do that kind of stuff. Now, this is probably the idle, and this is the run, or start the run. And this is probably the jump and the land things. And that's very easy to achieve using an animator component. See, we have this, and he done an idle animation. Now, if we open up the tab animator, we will be able to see what he's done with this. Now, prefab, we need the guy. So, where is the guy? Okay, Robot Kelly. I think that's what it was. Okay. Now, we have this, so we should be able to go into our animator after clicking this guy. Or no? Really? Can't? Seriously? Huh. Well, that's kind of dumb. I really wanted to show you guys this. Well, okay. Apparently, it doesn't want me to show you. It'll let me here, which kind of sucks. That's That's a real bummer. Oh, okay. And it kind of shows a little bit of the 2D animation, how they blended it from one frame to the next. But it doesn't show an animation, which I'm sure I can probably... Now, when you do the networking stuff for it, it assigns it at runtime. So it needs a different type of instantiation, which is what I wanted to get to anyway. Which kind of sucks. I really wanted to show you guys that. But this runs on different kinds of things. Now, let's show the run and jump script, can we? Instantiate physics box. Oh, okay. Scene object. Now, when it comes to networking and things, you have your own type of calls. Like, you know how you have your on start, on enable, on update? Photon has their own. There's on join room, on network joined, on enable is Unity's, but what it comes down to is, we don't need that, is which one we need. And in networking on this guy, there's a instantiation here. We'll look at this. See, on join room, which means after I've already joined the room. And this is all Unity API here, which you're very familiar with. This is an array of game objects. So you set them in the expector. So each one of them, they want a debug with the name, the vectors, and spawn position. If it's not null, we spawn, which is our vector3 variable, and we just set it. Why did they do all this stuff? Oh, because they wanted a random vector with an offset. And then, if you see this, you're not used to seeing an instantiate like this. This is Photon's version of instantiate, which is very similar. All you have to do is just write it as you want. You go Photon. Okay, Photon networking dot instantiate, and there's plenty of other things, get ping, get room, and then we go into our brackets just like usual. It needs a vector3, a rotation, and an integer group. Now, as far as I know, that doesn't really do anything. I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything. But instantiates a prefab over the network. The prefab needs to be localized in the root of the resource folder. Okay? And what this resource folder does, and I'll show you, is it's just like resources, like some of our other things, but it has to be named exactly like this. Okay? And then you can instantiate something. Okay? Now, in the next video, I'll go more into depth into certain things on this, but I wanted to introduce you to it because, you know, if this interests you, please like, subscribe, and, you know, help support our community, and let me know if this is something that you're interested in looking at, because that's exactly what our Patreon account is for, and what the channel is for is to see what you guys need to learn so that I can teach you. Now that's all, and thank you very much, and hope you have a nice day. Good night.